If you've been sending the same resume to 50 jobs this month and hearing nothing back but automated rejections, or worse, total silence, I want you to stop for a second. Just put the laptop down, because I need you to understand something very clearly. The problem isn't your resume, it isn't your lack of hustle, and it certainly isn't your worth as a professional. You're playing a game where the rules were rewritten while you were sleeping. I've been in this industry for 15 years. I've seen the booms and the busts, but what we're seeing right now in 2026, it's different. It's a fundamental contraction of the front door of the professional world. Let's look at the numbers for a second, because the data doesn't lie, even when LinkedIn influencers do. According to the Ravio Labor Index, we've seen a staggering 73% reduction in entry-level hiring across white-collar sectors compared to just 3 years ago. Think about that. Nearly 3/4 of the starting jobs are just gone. And it's not just a bad economy. 66% of global employers are actively reducing junior-level hiring specifically because of AI integration. They're not looking for potentials to train anymore. They're looking for something else. Meanwhile, 87% of the companies you're applying to are using fully autonomous AI agents to screen your application. If your resume doesn't fit a very specific, narrow orchestration profile, a human will never even see your name. You're being ghosted by a machine that was programmed to find reasons to say no. I know it feels like you're shouting into a black hole. It's frustrating and it's exhausting. But here's where it gets interesting. The traditional front door is locked and guarded by algorithms, but there's a side door that almost nobody is talking about. So, if the old ladder is broken, what is the hidden logic that the few people getting hired actually understand? Here is the hard truth that most career coaches won't tell you. The first rung of the career ladder hasn't just moved higher. It has disappeared entirely. In the old world, the one I grew up in, you got an internship, you did the grunt work, you fetched the coffee, and you learned by doing. Companies had a budget for learning. They expected you to be a net negative for 6 months while you figured out how things worked. That budget is gone. AI now handles 90% of the routine data entry, the basic coding, and the first draft research. That used to be the junior's job. Since the machine can do the grunt work for pennies, the concept of learning on the job has become a luxury most companies refuse to pay for. Let that sit for a second. This is why you see entry-level job postings demanding 3 to 5 years of experience. It's a paradox, right? Meet 62% of roles labeled entry-level now require years of proven work. Recruiters aren't stupid. They know you're just starting out. But they aren't hiring for potential anymore. They're hiring for immediate auditing capacity. They don't want someone who can do the work. They want someone who can ensure the AI did the work correctly. The average job search for white-collar professionals has stretched to 6 or 9 months because everyone is still trying to prove they can do what the AI already does faster. They're selling their labor when the market is desperate for accountability. If companies are no longer hiring people to learn the basics, how are the successful ones bypassing the hierarchy? They're doing it by earning what I call the liability premium. I want to tell you about a new group of professionals I'm seeing. I call them the accountability architects. These are the people who stopped selling their labor and started selling the certainty that the AI won't fail. Take Alessandro as an example. He was in HR facing the junior death spiral. Instead of getting another degree or applying for junior coordinator roles, he spent 6 months mastering no-code AI orchestration. He stopped trying to prove he could do HR and started proving he could build and audit the AI systems that manage HR workflows. He bypassed the junior salary tiers entirely and entered a mid-level consultancy role at 6 figures within a year. Why? Because he assumed the risk. We're seeing AI governance product managers reaching salaries up to $240,000 by pivoting from traditional roles. And they aren't the ones writing the code. They're the ones signing their name at the bottom of the document saying, "I have audited this output and it is safe, compliant, and accurate." There's a 40 to 60% salary premium right now for professionals who can oversee AI ethics and compliance frameworks. While everyone else is fighting over the few remaining doing jobs, the accountability architects are moving into roles that didn't exist 2 years ago. They've realized that in an age of infinite automated output, the rarest commodity on Earth is a human being who is willing to be responsible for the result. Here's where it gets really interesting. The engine driving these massive salary spikes isn't tech skill. It's a fundamental shift in how we define a day's work. We have moved from an era of manual task completion to an era of orchestration. In the old world, your value was tied to your speed. How fast could you write that report? How many lines of code could you ship? In 2026, speed is free. The AI is faster than you'll ever be. Now your value is tied to your scale of accountability. This is why there's a 56% wage premium for workers with AI-augmented skills. It's not because they're working harder, it's because they're managing swarms of AI agents to produce 3 times the output of a traditional professional, and then, crucially, they are the human in the loop who validates it. Gen AI-specific job listings exploded from 55 in 2021 to over 10,000 recently. But if you look closely at those descriptions, they aren't looking for AI enthusiasts. They're looking for auditors. Think about it this way. If an AI writes a legal brief, it costs nothing. But if that brief is wrong, it costs the firm millions. The person who knows how to check that AI's work and guarantee its accuracy is the most valuable person in the room. That person isn't a junior. They're an orchestrator. The trap is real and the entry-level rung is gone. But the exit strategy is actually quite simple. You have to stop being a candidate who is willing to learn and start being an auditor who is ready to attest. Are you ready to stop being a doer and start being a manager of machines? I want to give you a blueprint for this week. Not a someday plan, but 3 steps you can take right now to stop the spiral. First, we need to fix your headline. If your LinkedIn or resume says aspiring job title or junior job title, looking for opportunities, you are invisible. You're signaling that you're a liability, someone who needs to be taught. Change your narrative to focus on AI oversight and human-in-the-loop validation. Use words like attestation, governance, and orchestration. You want to signal that you understand the machine and you are here to manage its risks. Second, stop targeting the $50K entry roles. They don't exist and the competition is a bloodbath. Target the $160,000 to $240,000 bracket by specializing in AI oversight roles. It sounds crazy, but those roles are often easier to get because the pool of people who actually understand accountability is tiny. Third, build a proof of accountability portfolio. Don't just show work you did. Show a process where you deployed an AI tool, identified its errors, corrected its output, and delivered a high-stakes result. Show them you can sign off on the work. I've seen this play out 100 times. The people who figure this out, they're getting the callbacks. They're bypassing the years of grunt work and moving straight into the mid-tier. You're not stuck. You are just overqualified for a version of the world that no longer exists. Take a breath, update that headline. Focus on accountability. I'll see you at the mid-level tier by next year. We've got this.